So, welcome back for the topic that is enhancement in food production. Let us go for the question number 26. What is question number 26? The physical removal of large and small stable solid particles from the sewage through the sedimentation dash is called, this is called as dash treatment. What are the options given here? Very simple. Okay, you should know what is the protocol for that: primary, preliminary, secondary and tertiary. Okay, you should know all these steps in the primary treatment, secondary treatment and tertiary treatment. Got it? So we have got this, okay, removal of very large particles and all, the initial, the very primary, these things, and that is nothing but what here? Primary treatment. Got it? This is the number one treatment which you are getting here for the filtration. Got it? So A is the correct answer. Next, question number 27. The purpose of biological treatment of the sewage is to dash reduction of BOD, then increase its BOD, then reduce the sedimentation, then increases the sedimentation. You know that what is the meaning of BOD? BOD is what here? Biological oxygen demand. Biological oxygen demand, right? This biological oxygen demand is the indication of what here? Pollution. You know that the organism, the indicator organism which is used here, okay, indicator, okay, students remember which is the indicator used here, which microbe is used here in the that particular BOD experiment as an indicator. That is nothing but what here? E. coli. Okay, even we can do COD. What is COD? COD is chemical oxygen demand. What is COD here? COD is chemical oxygen demand here. So both the tests you can check out whatever is the intensity of what here? Pollution, right? So what is your answer here? To reduce its BOD. Okay, so the biological treatment of the sewage is to reduce what here? Biological oxygen demand, right? So you should know the things here. Next question. See here, question number 28. During the anabolic digestion, during the anaerobic digestion of activated sludge, gases produced are composed of dash. So we should know the composition of the gases here very perfectly. Okay, so what is that? Methane and carbon dioxide. Okay, then methane, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and hydrogen sulfide. Next is methane, hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Next is hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide only. Okay, so what should be your answer? Arthat, we have here the combination of methane, then hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Please remember, these are the ultimate gases which are present here in the activated sludge. Okay, so what should be your answer? C is the correct answer, right? Next. During the sewage treatment, larger suspended or floating objects are separated in. You know that this particular treatment is very important here. Okay, sewage treatment gives you what here? The reduction in the toxin, then it will give you the little bit purity for the whatever the sewage which you are supposed to dump into the river. Okay, so larger particles, suspended particles are separated in which chamber? Screening chamber. Remember this. Student, all these steps are given in your textbook very perfectly. Primary treatment, secondary treatment and tertiary treatment. And besides that, we have a very good flow chart for this particular system which is used here for the reduction in the toxicity and all for the sewage treatment. So please go through that. But here our answer is screening chamber. Okay, C is the correct answer. Next, question number 30. Question number 30. which of the following microbes brings about hydrolysis of the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids during the biogas production? You should know what is biogas. You should know the composition of the biogas. You should know what is the significance of the biogas, means what? Applications of the biogas and how biogas is going to be useful. Okay, so all these things you have to remember. Prepare the mind map, right? Prepare the mind map for the steps in the biogas production, that acidogenesis, then methanogenesis, and all those things, how the methane is produced, vagera vagera, right? So option number 1, Clostridium and Pseudomonas, then Rhizopus and E. coli, Methanobacterium and Methanococcus, then we have Bacillus lentimorbus and Bacillus thuringiensis, right? So what should be your answer? Your answer here is, that is nothing but what here? Your answer here is Clostridium and Pseudomonas. Clostridium and Pseudomonas, they bring about hydrolysis of carbohydrate, proteins, and whatever the lipids are present here. So hydrolysis is done by means of what here? Clostridium and Pseudomonas species. Got it? Next, question number 31. See the question number 31 here. Which one of the following reaction occurs during the methanogenesis in the biogas production? What is the option number 1? See what is given in the option number 1. That is, carbohydrates and proteins are converted into simple sugar and amino acids, right? Acetic and formic acid is converted into methane, CO2 and water. Then simple organic material is converted into formic acid and acetic acid. And next is simple sugar and amino acids are converted into carbohydrates and proteins. Okay, so you should know the things here very perfectly for the process of methanogenesis. Okay, so what is your answer? Acetic acid and formic acid is converted into methane, carbon dioxide and water. Remember these steps here very perfectly. Got it? So see the answer very perfectly, and B is the correct answer here. Okay, you should remember that what are the reactions. So acetic acid or formic acid is converted into what? Methane, CO2 and water. Okay, so here B is the correct answer. Next, which one of the following is not a bioherbicide of bacterial origin? Okay, so you know that bioherbicide, living things, microbes itself are used as herbicide. Herbicide means what? To reduce the herbs, okay, to kill the herbs here. We are using some special microbes here along with the very special quality. Okay, so what are those? Pseudomonas species, Xanthomonas species, Fusarium, that is which is a fungus here, and Agrobacterium species. Okay, so what they are asking, which is not a bioherbicide. Got it? So Fusarium species is not the bioherbicide. They are asking us which is not. Okay, so which is not here? Fusarium. You know that Fusarium is a fungus, right? It is not acting as a bioherbicide here. Next, question number 33. See, what is question number 33? Question number 33 is viruses like what? Like nucleopolyhedrovirus and granulovirus are useful to control the target pest like what? Like what? What are the options given here? See the options. What are the options here? Number 1 is grasshopper and caterpillars, aphid and mealybugs, then gypsy moth and beetles, okay, and cabbage worm and adult beetlet. So what is that? So here you have C is the correct answer, gypsy moth and beetlets. Got it? So that is giving you the what here? Targets for the pest controls here. Controls the target pest. Next, question number 34. See the question number 34. Water hyacinth. You know, water hyacinth is always growing here on the polluted water. So control by using the fungus. So which fungus you can use to control the water hyacinth? So that is Phytophthora palmivora, then Fusarium species, then Alternaria crassa, then we have Trichoderma species. Trichoderma is also a fungus here. Okay, so your correct answer here is Alternaria crassa. You know that Alternaria is a fungus which can be used here to control the water hyacinth here on the water. Okay, water surface. Next, question number 35. Protozoans like Nosema locusti is used in the controlling the target pest. Which kind of pest here can be controlled here by means of the protozoa like Nosema locusti? Okay, so grasshopper, then we have a crickets, then wasp, beetles, then ant, then mealybugs and mites, caterpillars and cabbage worm. So your answer here is A, grasshopper and this one. Okay, so you can straight away remember the answer. Okay, the next question. Next question is match the following. What is given in column 1? See here minutely what is column 1. What is column 1? Column 1 will give you some of the important species like Alternaria crassa, then Chiria moth, then Cactoblatis cactorum, then Phytophthora palmivora. Okay, and they have given the here column B is giving you the very, very special things. Okay, that on which particular thing they are acting here, right? So the answer for this is, we have the answer that is D. D is the correct answer. That is Alternaria crassa, that is the captivid. Okay, then Chiria, this one is giving you the milkweeds on the orchids, right? Then Cactoblastis cactorum, okay, this will be there for the water hyacinth, right? And Phytophthora palmivora, this is going to be there for Senecio jacobia. Okay, so please students pay attention here on the whatever the column 1 and column 2 is giving you. Please pay attention and note down the things here from column A and column 1 and column 2. Okay, so students, D is the correct answer here, right? D is the correct answer. Then the next question, question number 37. Question number 37, we have dash toxin released in the gut of the insect by the spores of Bacillus thuringiensis causes the death of the insect. Okay, so we have the options viridin, then gliotoxin, then gliovirin and cryprotein. So you should know the answer very perfectly. It's obviously cryprotein. Okay, please remember the answer. Make the list, make the chart. Okay, so cryprotein. Next, question number 38. A dash biocontrol agent is used to control the cabbage worms. Number 1, Bacillus thuringiensis, Agrobacterium tunificiens, then we have Pseudomonas species, and we have Rhizobium leguminosarum, right? So to control the biopest here, we are using Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis is very, very important bacteria in the pest control region. Got it? So you have A is the correct answer. Remember the name of the Bacillus thuringiensis. Got it? Now the question number 39. Question number 39. Which one of the following is not a cyanobacterial fertilizer? You know that students, please remember about the biofertilizers. Which microbes can be used here, can be utilized for the production of the biofertilizers, then why they are acting, why they can be preferred for the preparation of biofertilizers, then you should know what are the components of these biofertilizers here, right? And how they are preparing the biofertilizers, what is the protocol, what is the scenario, and you should know what are the applications, and you should know, you should compare between the chemical fertilizers and the biofertilizers, right? So all these things should be there in your mind, right? So which one of the following is not a cyanobacterial fertilizer? Anabina, nostoc, oscillatoria, and rhizobium. So you should know that we have, which is not a cyanobacterial, this is the correct answer, because you know that rhizobium is a symbiotic bacterium. It is not a cyanobacteria, and all of these are cyanobacteria. Your correct answer here is rhizobium. Got it? Next. Which one of the following is non-symbiotic bacterial fertilizer? You know that we have two different types of bacteria which are present here in the soil. Do you know that soil will have the symbiotic bacteria? Okay, symbiotic bacteria is what here? Symbiotic bacteria, that is rhizobium species. Okay, rhizobium species we have, right? And we have non-symbiotic bacteria. Okay, non-symbiotic bacteria. What are non-symbiotic bacteria here? So number one, we have got Azotobacter. Okay, Azotobacter is acting as what here? This one. Then we have Azospirillum, right? So all these bacteria, these can be used here for the fixation of nitrogen. Nitrogen fixation. Got it? And you know why they can fix the atmospheric nitrogen? Because they have got the presence of the NIF gene. Which gene is there in their genome? We have got the presence of here in those bacteria NIF gene, and they have got the presence of the enzyme. And what is the name of that enzyme? That enzyme is nitrogenase. Which enzyme is going to be there? Nitrogenase enzyme has got the capacity to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Got it? So you should remember all the things very, very perfectly. So what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is Azotobacter. Azotobacter, and side by side you should know what are symbiotic, what are the cyanobacteria and all. And do you know that cyanobacteria can be used as a biofertilizer in paddy fields, right? Remember this also. Got it? Next we have question number 41. The Nod gene and NIF genes are present in which is used as a biofertilizer? Number one is mycorrhiza. You know that we have how many mycorrhiza? We have ectomycorrhiza and we have endomycorrhiza. You know that you should know where is the presence of what here? Mycorrhiza. You know, mycorrhiza are associated with the, it is a fungus and it is associated with the higher plants, roots of the higher plants. From the external side, we have ectomycorrhiza. Inside this worm, that is what here? Endomycorrhiza. But what they are asking in question, that Nod gene and NIF genes are present in, obviously you have, this is present in rhizobium. Got it? And that is why they can fix the atmospheric nitrogen, because once the gene is transcribed here, you have the production of the enzyme nitrogenase, and that is why they can fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Got it? Next, given below two statements, read the statements. What are the statements here? The ectomycorrhiza increase the absorptive surface of the roots. The mycorrhiza induce the growth of the secreting hormones. So what do you think? What should be your correct answer here for this? Both the statements are correct. Okay. So students, please read all the details of mycorrhiza, rhizobium, everything. Okay, you should know what are about everything about the biofertilizer, then weedicide, bioweedicide, and everything, right? So all these are the things here. Next, question number 43. Given below are the examples of few biofertilizers. How many of them are cyanobacterial fertilizers, right? So Rhizobium, Anabaena, Oscillatoria, Pseudomonas, Bacillus, and Plectonema, Aspergillus, and Nostoc. So what should be your answer? We have how many of them are cyanobacterial fertilizers? So what should be your answer? Your answer here is 4. That is, we have Anabaena, Oscillatoria, then Nostoc, and Plectonema, right? So all these are acting as what here? Cyanobacterial biofertilizers, right? Anabaena, then Plectoria, Oscillatoria, and Nostoc, right? So all these are the correct answers here. Is it clear to you? Okay. So students, please do well with this topic, that is enhancement in the food production. This is very, very easy topic. This is informative topic. Okay, so you should do the tabular forms of all the things here, the name of the microbe, its use, its economical use, and all, right? So prepare well for biofertilizers, prepare well for mycorrhiza, then all the weedicides, everything you should prepare in detail, so that you can get out of marks in this topic, that is enhancement in the food production. All the best.